Jen here, and it's time to actually build our kit. We went through the old kit, took everything apart. I left a few things in there, and then if you guys remember when I built that kit, I was pulling stuff out that I was putting to the side to build my new kit because I was sort of pulling out things that I thought would work with this summer theme and a blue and yellow kind of theme. So that is what we're going to do. How to Kill a Kit with Style kit for this quarter. The theme is to base it around a season. So I'm going to go ahead and do summer, and I think I'm going to maybe kind of divide this into actually multiple kits. I think I'm going to do some page kits while we're all here together, and then I'm also going to do my travel kit. A whole bunch of people asked if I could show you how I put together my travel kit for when we go on our little road trips. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and somewhere in here I'll probably pause and actually make this a second video. I might do one super long video and then break it into smaller videos if you just want to see certain sections. So let's just get straight to it. I'm going to give you a quick recap of what I kept in here first. So in here I kept these tags. One says Calgary, one says Alberta, and you know, obviously we do a lot of camping and road trips and stuff in Alberta, so I thought I would maybe keep this one to put out somewhere. This might be able to go well with my Stampede stuff if I put some of that in here, or I want to pull out some Stampede pictures, or just, you know, some of the stuff we do around Calgary. So both of those are going to stay in here. And then I've got just some of the wildflower stuff from Pretty Little Studio. I've got the tags, and in here I also have somewhere the flowers. There they are. The actual flowers. They're just really pretty and summery. I do have the 6x6 papers. They're actually in a page kit right now. So I will keep them in here, but I have this in there just to remind me. Then I have some of those extra little stickers. I have some of these fun little like pearls or whatever you want to call them from Dollar Tree. I have these things which I'm going to put into a page kit, I think, and maybe do some sort of mixed media background with these just to actually get them used up. The other thing I was thinking, if I'm being really honest with myself, if I'm not going to use the words, I can just use the foam as dimension to add on to other things so that it pops things up. The only difference between using foam that's kind of meant for that and using these letter stickers is that they're not adhesive on both sides. But if you are struggling with foam words or anything, that's another thing you could do, is just kind of use it in a different way as a tool. Then I kept some of this basic gray paper in here, and I kept, let's see, all of this stuff. I'm going to try it on this side. I know I said I was going to pop it into my Halloween stuff, but I'm going to try it on this side first. This is from 2009. It's Imaginus, and, you know, maybe I can put a page kit together kind of using these three older pieces. Then I kept some of these background papers that I just thought were really pretty. These were all in my old kit from last quarter. I just kept them all in here. Some summer stuff and things that have the yellow or summery feels to them, black and white. So you can definitely check out the last video where I took my kit apart, kind of my de-stash, I guess you could call it, to get better explanation of all of these papers. But essentially they're just all kind of summery feel. And then I am keeping my basic gray alphas in here just to see how many I can get used up. These will probably just get carried over from kit to kit because why not? They're in there. So that is what I kept in the kit. Then from my summer haul that I have from Scrap Shots, I have more stuff that I want to add to the kit. So I'm going to add my Cowboys paper from Cartabella, and I also have the ephemera. For now, I'm just going to leave them in the packages, but eventually these will probably come out of the packages and get put into an iris container. But I'm going to pop those in. I have the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Linen Market collection. So I have the like collection kit that came with the papers and the 12 by 12 stickers. Then I have rub-ons, I have some of the layering bits, and I have these foam like words and phrases and elements. So all of that is going to go in. And I'll definitely be working on some design team stuff for Scrap Shots with that collection. I also grabbed some of the Summer Porch collection from 49 and Market. I didn't grab any of the papers, but I did grab these kind of embellishments. So I've got the chipboard words, the chipboard set, which has different, you know, ephemera and little images, and then also some words and stuff too. And then I got this giant ephemera bits pack. So 131 die cut shapes in here, lots and lots to play with. So again, I will keep all of these in their packaging, but as I start to pull things out and use them, they will probably end up into an iris container at some point. So those can go in there. And then before I show you this, because this is kind of more new stuff, I want to show you what I pulled out when I was putting together my other kit, and then we'll come back to this. So I have all my leftover stuff from Simple Stories True Colors. Again, because it has the blues and the yellows as kind of the primary colors, it's not necessarily that this is a summer collection per se. I mean, it's very bright and fun and stuff like that, so there are a lot of summery elements, but it's because it's got so much of the yellows and the blues, and so I'm going to incorporate that in, and it is mostly just scraps now anyways, lots of just little bits and pieces. I don't think I have much in the way of full-sized 12 by 12 sheets anymore. Yeah, every single one of those sheets has been cut into. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in here. And I still have some of the embellishments that go with it. So I have a few bits of the journal bits left, so that can go in. I have a couple of the sticky back brads left over. I've used all the chipboard and everything from that pack. And then I do have a few rub-ons left. So that is kind of, you know, a bunch of stuff that I can use all as one kit, or I can break it up and just integrate it into the rest of my stash. So this is all stuff that I kept to the side when I was putting together last quarter's kit. So you can definitely go and take a look at me putting together last quarter's kit if you kind of want to see where all of this came from. But I'm going to do a quick overview of everything, maybe not get into like how old everything is and that kind of stuff. If you want to see all of that, definitely grab that other video. So I have a bunch of these doilies that I pulled out, again going with that yellow and kind of blue, and then I did have some of these peachy ones. They were all in packs together, so I decided to throw some of those in. I didn't get as much of these used up in my last kit as I thought I would, so hopefully I will get some used up in this kit. Here are those pretty little studio papers, and here, you know, you can kind of see the reason why I think they work so well, because they have a lot of the yellows and a lot of the blues. There is some pinks and some purples and stuff, but I'll primarily be using probably these yellows and blues, and just super duper pretty. So I'm going to actually pull those ones to the top and kind of keep the pinks down and the purples down underneath. I guess I've used the greens. Yeah, I must have used the greens. So I'm going to go with these, hopefully. But I will keep the pack together. So there's some pinks and purples in behind there. And I'm still kind of just keeping them in here because they're loose 6x6 papers as opposed to like bound in a pack. Alright, bound in a pack, that's not what I meant, a pad, bound in a pad. Then I have some of this Kaisercraft collections that I had I only had like a few pieces of several different collections, but they all kind of had these summery vibes to them. So obviously this is a summer kit. We're putting those in. I thought this was really cute from Crate Paper. I do like this, but I thought I could fussy cut some of these butterflies because you can see some nice pretty yellow ones and then these kind of blue ones or green ones. So that's where my thought process was for that. I just have this Love You. It's the last thing on there. You would think that would be the easiest to use, and yet it's what I still have left over. So it's going in there because it needs to get used up. And I think silver works nice for summer, just as, actually I'm going to do this, just as much as gold. I just think like silver is kind of like fun and bright, and it does work with the blues and the yellows, but I mean, I think we tend to go for golds a little more in the summer, so I'm going to throw in something a little different there. Here, no explanation. You can actually see this beautiful blue and the yellow. It kind of sparked the whole thing. These papers that I had from Studio Calico from ages and ages ago, and they all have this blue and yellow to them. So the backs aren't, but even this is kind of pretty if I wanted to do something with camping, because we have already done a camping trip into the mountains, and there will be more, but definitely it was these sides that really kind of sparked that blue and yellow kit color scheme, I guess you could call it. So I'm going to put those upside down so that I can see the blue on there, and that hopefully will kind of keep me inspired. I put this in because it's sort of a later summer collection, I would say. This definitely is not quite fall, but almost into fall, kind of like those lazy late days of summer. There is some yellow here, but also like this is just very muted kind of purpley tones and earthy tones. So I think I could probably mix it in with other things and get some stuff used up. If anything else, like this is just sort of gray. A lot of these are just sort of gray. So I think I can get them used up. But if I'm inspired to do some almost fall stuff, which I think might be one of my favorites, the whole like sunflowers, late summer, early fall stuff. So that's why I'm throwing that in here, because this kit actually goes right through to September. I bought this at Dollarama, I think. Yeah, I think it was Dollarama. I don't think it was Dollar Tree, but you'd have to go back and look at my hauls, because I know I did haul it in one of those hauls that I did, but I don't remember which one. So I'm going to take it out of the package. I am noticing that a lot of these chipboards are not, there must be another chipboard piece. Here we go. Okay, we'll get these all stuck back down. They all kind of came off. So this is a Mombi kit. Don't know if there's a date. It's probably older, and that's why it was at Dollarama or Dollar Tree to begin with, but it's got just this fun summery feel to it. I don't know why it's all packaged up like this. It's like they don't want you to get into the secrets. Here we go. Oh, 2018. I definitely bought this way after 2018. So obviously that is why it's an older kit, and that it was kind of stuck in at Dollar Tree. Okay, so I think I've pulled all of these stickers off. These are actually quite lovely. They do still have a lot of stick to them. I think I just wasn't being overly careful about what I was doing with it, and that's why they came off. I think on paper they will stick quite well, but I am going to sort of dismantle this because it's all stuck on this acetate piece. So I've got these chipboard stickers, and I've got these kind of layered paper stickers, and then there are some stickers here. These are like see-through. So they're sort of a vellum, more like that plasticky vellum, but they're very pretty too. We don't need this piece of acetate, but I can probably clean that up and use it for something. And then these papers are definitely very thin. They're just like printer paper, but they're very pretty, and they have kind of those summery tropical feels. They're one-sided, and you do get a lot of them. So definitely more in the greens. You can see those big leaves and fronds. I think these will make great elements that I can maybe cut apart and add to other layouts. The best is yet to come. We've got some flowers, sort of like tile mosaic, very tropical feel. Yeah, pretty versatile stuff. Every moment matters. So I think, and some of these do have the gold to them, which is pretty. So I think, I think those papers will be good layering elements and stuff. And then these are like a cardstock sticker. So that same very thin cardstock, but lots of stickers on there. So kind of fun, different. I grabbed it because I think it was probably $1.25 or $1.50, something like that. And so I thought, why not? And so I'll see what I can do with it, and this is the kind of thing that I'll just use up as much of it as I can, and whatever I don't get used up can either be given away or, you know, donated to my kids' school or whatever. So that is kind of just fun, gives me some of those tropical elements. We don't really have a tropical trip in mind, but, you know, it'll work, it'll work. Alright, so some more yellow. This is Crepe Paper's Bloom collection. That's basically all I was doing, was pulling out those yellows. I pulled out this. This is a Creative Memories collection, I think. I cannot remember what the collection is called. It sort of had a cooking theme to it, but I've got it on all of the B-sides. Because these B-sides are just really kind of plain, simple patterns, and they have the yellow and kind of this minty green, not quite blue, minty green, but I think it counts. So these are the B-side patterns, and that's what you get on the other side. So easy to use, I think, and yeah, again, good for layering. Oh, here's one more with that pretty blue. Good for layering and that kind of thing. Not the best quality paper, but the colors worked. I also threw in here this Pink Paisley 5th and Monaco collection. I got this from Christy, and it's not really in the blues and yellows. It has lots of green to it, which is my favorite color, so you don't have to convince me to pull things out that have greens in them. But I just thought it was kind of a fun summery paper collection. I don't think I have any embellishments or anything to go with it, so I'll have to maybe be creative with this cut apart sheet. But I did pull that out and thought it gives me some extra stuff to play with as far as summer goes. Here is the Flourish collection from Maggie Holmes, also something that was given to me by Christy. The reason I pulled these out, they are beautiful on this side, and you definitely see a yellow, but look at this side. Like, I hate to say that I would pull out this beautiful Maggie Holmes paper, which has beautiful patterns on it, for the very plain side, but does that not scream summer to you? To me, that does. And I've got the yellow, and again, this kind of tealy green. Yeah, so I have a feeling I might sacrifice the patterns to go with this, but we'll see. We'll see. That's why they're here, though, because of that back. Oh, here's another piece of that paper that goes way back here. wherever I put it. This is the Life is Beautiful, and I kept a bunch of it in here. Here we go. All of this stuff at the back from the original kit. So I'll put that back there, kind of with its family. This one I just pulled out because it has that kind of pretty nice blue, but then on here, again, you see lots of those pops of yellow, and it's kind of fun and bright. It's the Cute Girl collection, so it can go in there. I had these pulled out as little like embellishment papers that I could use, or even backgrounds or something like that. And I thought I would throw them in here again because they do have some of these bigger yellow elements to them, and then also a little bit of blue or kind of like this greenish color right there. And same here, there's like this navy blue and some yellow words and stuff. This is yellow, so I thought I'd leave them in as little cut apart pieces. So that is all the papers that I pulled out. I did grab these. They go with the silver ones. One side was silver, one side was this teal color. I'm going to put them in there because if we're going with teals and blues, I think that these will contrast nicely if I wanted to use them. And there are certain things like wander, here, I could do like here and now, or I could just do like here. So there is kind of like travel words that might work too. So we'll throw that in there. So those are the papers that I'm going to primarily play with. And now let me show you some of the newer stuff I'm just going to add in to kind of beef things up a bit. Because, you know, it isn't quite big enough. So, at Creative Scrapbooker Magazine's scrapbook carnivals, of course I had to stop into Simply Stated. I hope you guys have been catching Simply Stated. I have a better kind of like unboxing of everything I got from her, but I'll show you what I want to add into this kit. But Simply Stated stuff is just really, really beautiful. So the first thing that I want to throw into this kit are these adorable bears wearing sunglasses, as bears do. Now, she is local, or Simply Stated, they are local to me. So definitely vibing on the mountain culture, the mountain life here in the Calgary area. And yeah, I just thought these were absolutely hilarious. And so I'm definitely throwing some of these into my little ephemera kit. So this is ephemera that I had pulled out. That's all kind of summery ephemera. There's some Heidi Swap in here, and then also some recollections. This stuff is like more like recollections, I think. Yeah, and then Heidi Swap is the other stuff that's in here, all summery. And so I'm going to throw in some of these bears. I'm just going to throw those in, and I can come back and grab more if I want to. But I'll pop this over here. So, super cute, adorable bears. I have to get another iris container just for my Simply Stated stuff. And then this I'm not going to throw in there. I'm going to make a little mini album. But these are these really cute little cards that I just loved. So that can go to the side. I think I'm not going to throw these in. These are larger elements. So they are quite big. But I think I'm going to save these for another time. I really liked the book stack. That's why I grabbed those. These ones I like, and I'm going to throw them in. I don't know how I'm going to use them yet, but I do really love them. And of course, we go camping and we go hiking all throughout the summer in the mountains. And so I just think these are beautiful, and they're going to work really well to document some of that stuff. Now, they are too big for me to put into a traveler's notebook, but I don't have to document everything in a traveler's notebook. So these will end up on some sort of layout, I'm sure. I don't think they won't fit in there. So I'm going to leave them in their packaging and put them directly into the kit. Like so. Okay, so I also grabbed their 8.5 by 11 papers because that is the size that I've been documenting my 2022 with. And so I really wanted to, you know, just be able to grab some of these. Now, some of them are actually set up so that they can be cut in half. And some of them are like full sized. So I'm not going to put this one in. Am I going to put this one in? They're all 5 packs, I should say. These are so fun. And the blue and the yellow is actually pretty prominent. So I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and put that one in. This is the Harry Potter theme that I got. And if you go and check my haul from Scrapshots, I also got the Academia 6x8 papers from 49 and Market. Actually, I have them right here. I think they're going to work really beautifully together to do some back to school stuff and some reading layouts and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I got that and these. But they're not for this kit. How fun are these? This is going to definitely be something I play with, I think, for my little guy and do some layouts. So here you can see it could fit into a smaller album. You could cut these in half and have them. But I also think these would be absolutely stunning just to frame and put up on a wall somewhere. So not for this kit, but I am absolutely in love with that. Now definitely for this kit is all of the seaside stuff. This is going to end up going into my travel kit, I think. So I got these seashells. They're quite beautiful and big. I got these little kind of embellishment tags and things like that. And then this 8.5 by 11 kit is all like lighthouses. So this is definitely going to end up somehow being incorporated into my travel kit for the summer. So this will all be going into that kit, and then also this will be going into that kit because it's more of that late summer, early fall kind of stuff. And so I wanted to get some of those sunflowers in there, and so this will be going in too. So that's some new stuff to add in that I just got this spring. I also got this from my lovely friend Sherry, and I wanted to show it to you. This is the Quick Notes Scrapbooking Company, and this definitely fit the bill for this kit because, as you can see, we have yellows and the blues, and it is also travel themed. I don't know, I mean, that is in there. Interesting. So there's this little cut apart piece here, and you can see there's a bit of a nautical theme to it. Born to Wander, Born to Roam. We've got yellow, we've got, you know, the blues. So I think that this is going to work really well. This is Growing Ever So Sweetly. I don't think this was actually part of that. I think she might have thrown that in. But yeah, these are kind of cut aparts. And then we've got the papers. They are double-sided. So let's take a quick look here. So here's that blue. And then the other side of the blue is the rulers. And then just a nice basic, almost like a sandy beach kind of feel to it. And then look at how fun these are on the other side. I could cut out some of the yellow and the blue ones. Like I could take that peach away and just do that. So I think that's going to be really fun. And then here you've got it in the peach. These are all the stamps for like passport stamps. And I guess airmail too. So, and then here's the back of that one. and it definitely has the yellows, and then here's some navy blue. And that is it. Oh, here's some more cut aparts. So you got to cut them all apart, but that's fine. We like to fussy cut. So here's a whole bunch more embellishments that you can add in, and obviously you can see where the yellows and the blues are quite prominent, so I think that that's going to work great to add into my kit. This not so much. I'm going to put that to the side, and I can throw this in here. Alright, and then the last thing that I have here is my page kits that I put together for Build-A-Page, and I just have not got them used. So I wanted to take a quick look at them and see what I can recycle and what I can kind of get used up, or if I have to completely redo them. So here is page kit number 1 in no particular order. So I think what I wanted to do with this one was to actually cover these, so do some sort of mixed media on these to see if I could use them maybe more in that blue. And this is all basic gray stuff, so there is some yellow here that actually works really well, some yellow, so I could maybe even try to turn these more yellow, and then I have blue and yellow. And this was the background that I threw in. And then to embellish, I added some of these clear, they kind of have a yellowy tinge to them, and black, and then these mirrored words, and then some doilies. So I'm actually kind of okay with this kit. I think I can probably do something with it, turn it a little more summery, and maybe I can get these yellow, and then I'm more in that yellow and blue. So I am going to keep this kit together. I'll just put this one back, and of course I can add embellishments from my little iris container, or from whatever I find in there that might work. And then I have some sequins actually. So they're not totally yellow, but the bookish sequins have some, you know, gold colors in them. And then the Roy G. Biv sequins have some yellow in them for sure. And I can probably pull out, let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull out, instead of pulling out sequins, I'm going to pull out these guys. These are homemade enamel dots that I created. And so I'm just going to leave them right here to the side, and then I will know to add them into this kit. The other thing that I do have in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, I haven't gone through it yet, is I do have the distress spritzes. I have peacock feathers and fossilized amber, and I'm wondering if I could cover up these letters with gesso. Might actually not be thick enough. Maybe a combination of gesso and acrylic paint, and then spritz them and get some yellow on there. So we will figure it out when the time comes. But that is going to be page kit number 1, and I think I can make it work. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Page kit number 2. Let's pull this one out. This one has followed me for quite a while now. So I like this. There's yellow in, and blue actually, in the letter thicker, so we can keep that. This is all the Willow collection, and I do know that there is, yes, there is some yellow in here. And I think I put this kit together with the intention of doing something planty. And so I think this does sort of fit the bill. It's not yellow and blue, but it's yellow and green. And it can be summery. I could maybe do my garden instead of my indoor plants, but you know, either way, I still think this works. I do have the these embellishment packs from Willow as well. There is there some yellow? There's sort of like holographic. So certain ways you turn these, they look kind of yellow, so I could definitely use that. And then this has all the colors. So there's like this mustard yellow, and there are two different teals, like a mint and a teal and gold and stuff. So that's okay. And then I threw these in because they're all kind of plant themed, and you can see where there's lots of yellow in here, and even some of those greens and stuff. So obviously they were all meant to go together, and I think I'm gonna leave this. So that will be kit number 2. I'm gonna have to print out some pictures, I think. And I think that's why I never got this used up in the first quarter or the second quarter, is because I meant to print out a bunch of pictures, and I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet, because I have so many pictures that I haven't scrapped that I didn't necessarily need to print more. Okay, so kit number 3. I have pictures in here already. So I'm seeing some redeeming qualities, because I'm seeing obviously lots of the navy in here. So I've got the blues already. And you know, the pictures can kind of go with anything. In these little thickers, I have greens and blues, not so much the yellow. And then I've got gold and silver, and I've got these. They're not really yellow, but I know that I have some yellow hearts. Yeah, I've got several little yellow hearts in this baggie of these glass hearts. So maybe if I kind of stick to like the yellows here. This is the Twilight collection. Obviously we've got some nice blue. And let me throw in something that just gives a brighter pop of yellow. What can I grab for? Like, is this too bright? Maybe. Let's see. I know I have some other pieces that weren't quite so like in your face yellow, like this. I'm gonna throw this in. It's a bit more on that like mustardy yellow, and so now I think this fits the bill. Now I think it works with the theme of this kit, or sorry, the theme of the How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, and I'm still gonna get this stash used up, so awesome. We did it. We'll pop that in there, and that will be kit number 3. Then kit number 4, I also think has a bit of the yellow, but let's just double check. So, oh right. So I've got a few of these embellishments that are all kind of in the rose gold. I'm not sure if yellow and rose gold really go together. Probably not. They're like, yeah, I might leave those to the side. But I do have all of these that I added in. This is what I built the kit around, was these banners that I got that I haven't used yet. They're Heidi Swap, and they're meant to go with her Distress inks. And maybe, I think I was thinking I could do like something in the purples with it, but maybe instead I'm gonna do yellows and blues. So if I take these purples out, I definitely thought I was doing purples. I'm gonna take the purples out, and I'm gonna take the rose gold stuff out. I'll leave the grays, take the pink out. I can leave this October Afternoon in there because it's got this on one side and it's got yellow on the other side. So I could always do something like this where I have like the yellow and I spray paint these blue. Or I could use it on this side and spray paint these yellow and use this. And then I have these chipboards. So I have this that's kind of in the blue, and I have some yellow in here, yellow. So I think I can still leave this chipboard in here. Obviously the I love you can work. So actually, you know what? I might go ahead and take some of, where did we put the 6x6? Here we go. I wonder if some of this would actually work. And then I could throw in the flowers. So if I do something like this yellow and that blue, does that blue work with that? Not entirely. Does that blue work with that? Maybe a little bit better. Like that? Okay. And then I'll grab some of the flowers that are tucked down in. So this, and then I can throw in some of these, and maybe I can also throw in some of this and use the butterflies. And let's do some doilies, because why not? We'll do just the blues and the yellows. Okay, I think that that probably works as a kit. So that will be kit number 4. And then kit number 5 I have to completely make from scratch. Go through some of this stuff. Now, one thing I definitely know I want in this kit, I'm probably gonna go with, let's do this paper, because that was kind of the inspiration for the kit to begin with. And then I know that I want to use those words. Okay, so I've got this beautiful bright yellow paper. I've got the blue down here. I've got these that I'm going to use some sort of mixed media technique on. Now I need to add to it. And I think I want to go with some more blue. And anything else that I'm sort of, yeah, I'll pull these out and see if I can get those used. Alright, I think that that's okay. My kits don't actually have to be very full. So if I have that, and maybe I can add in here a little bit of a lighter blue. I'll just go for all of it. Why not? We'll just add in all of these, and then I can literally just, when I use the ephemera from the one kit, then I'll pop the rest into this one. These can go back in here, and this I'm actually just going to put away because it's the other colors I'm not using. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those in with my 6x6 paper pads. And while I was down there, I found this. So this is Craft Papers by Craft Consortium. Look at how stunning these are. Do you guys see that? So it's just the rainbow of papers, but very beachy, very beautiful, definitely summery. I'm throwing it in here. I got this from Scrap Shots, so that is now in there. Okay, so I've got some of this. Now let's quickly go through a couple of these little bits of ephemera. I don't really know where I'm leaning with this particular kit as far as who is going to be scrapbooked or what it might include. So I'm just going to throw as much of the yellows and blues as I can, and we'll see what comes out of it. Trying to stay away from rainbows, but that's kind of cute. This says let your dreams take flight. I don't know. I think that's where the travel comes in, and it's sort of like implying that you're going to be flying. Oh, I think there's some Rosie Studio in here. Yeah, there definitely is Rosie Studio. That's a pennant. That could work. Happiness is shared? I don't know, but it's yellow and blue. Come on, here's another little butterfly, kind of in that yellows and blues. Here are some tags. Do I want to break them apart and just add the yellow and blue? Why not? Why not? Yellow and then the blue. So that can go back in here. Okay, yellow and blue. Why am I flipping these over? That made no sense. There we go. Okay, there's other cute little things in here too, like ice creams and stuff. Here's a blue little journal spot. Ticket to Adventure, that's really cute. We'll see if this ends up being sort of like a travel. Oh, look, boarding pass. We're not really going on anything. Well, that's not true. We're actually going, I'm going to pull this stuff out for my travel kit. We are going on a ferry, so you do kind of need a boarding pass for that. Might be a looser interpretation of boarding pass, but okay, I think that that's good. I think that's good. Here is kit number 5. Pretty simple, pretty basic. I didn't add a ton of extra stuff, I don't think. And, you know, definitely sticking to the yellows and the blues, and very summery. Let me grab a bag. That is kit number 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these page kits will be part of this kit, but I'm actually going to keep them to the side just because they do get kind of bulky to fit into this little container. So I'll throw in this Simple Stories stuff right in there, and this is my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit for the next quarter. I've got my ephemera in here, which does actually fit in there, and then I also have right beside me my new Distress spritzes in yellow and in blue, and I also grabbed lunar pastes and solar pastes. They're sort of in the blues, but I've got one blue, I've got one solar paste that is going to have a green shimmer to it. And then this one is actually called Cookie Dough. It's not really yellow, but there weren't any yellows. I'm going to have to put another order in, I think, with Sandy to see if I can get some yellows. But those ones are a pretty popular color. So I got the Cookie Dough because I thought it was kind of neutral and generic. But I still think it will work nicely. So I have those 3, which are part of this kit, but obviously I don't have enough space on my desk to have everything kind of stuck there. You are going to come right there like that. Okay. So they are going to go down in my little mixed media area, which is right beside me. And then I, of course, have all of my inks and stuff in the yellows and blues as well. And I have my Spiegel Mom scrap sequins with more to come. So these are June's and July's. So I've got some oranges, lots of like the greens and the blues and that kind of thing. So I think I will definitely have lots of sequins to be able to play with. So that is my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. And I think I'm actually going to leave it there. I was going to go ahead and do a whole travel kit at the same time, but I think I'll leave it there, and then I will pull out my old travel kits, show you how I've put them together, and then what I'm going to do to kind of rework them for this new travel season. So that is it for me. If you have any questions, please let me know down below, and please go and check out the links in my description box for everybody who's put a kit together. We all put our kits together in very different ways, and because we're going by themes this time, we interpret the themes completely differently one from the other. So you're going to see a bunch of different seasons, and you're going to see the interpretation of what season means in a completely different way for each person. So I know that they would all love to have you hop in and take a quick look. The links are down below, as well as all of my socials. If you aren't following me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, I am there. I have 2 Instagram channels, so if you're kind of wanting a sneaky peek of more of the family life side of things, you can find my link down there, and my new YouTube channel where I'll be showing you some of that stuff too. So that is it for me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.
Bye. Thanks to me. To my channel.